What do you own a ridiculous amount of? Tea. I worked in a tea shop and was able to get an insane amount of loose leaf tea for free. I literally have a cupboard of nothing but different flavors of loose leaf teas. Hundreds of dollars worth of tea for my own drinking pleasure. I probably have close to 40 different flavors, all in their own happy little tins, waiting for the day I think, yes, a pure green tea sounds perfect today. This sounds like paradise. Do you happen to have a peach and ginger black tea? Aside from Earl Grey, that's my favorite. Paperclips. I have a whole drawer full of them. Where do they even come from? Papers coming inbound are all clipped, papers outbound don't need to be clips. Give a few years of this and you end up with literally thousands of paperclips. Houseplants. It's hard to stop buying, trading, or just propagating and making more. Surprised I had to scroll down so far to find this. I'm in the same boat, haven't counted in a while, but I must be pushing 150 houseplants. The pro and con of houseplants is they tend to multiply, even if you don't buy more. Agreed. And it's so satisfying to see the little babies grow and multiply themselves. Makes me feel like a happy grandma. Yes. I have some great-grandchildren from my spider plants. Empty boxes from ordering stuff. I'm taking them to recycling as soon as I decide I'm not gonna use them. I was so bad with boxes, and with 3 people in one house we were getting a lot of boxes built up. I finally got rid of them all, broke them down and recycled them. Then I had no boxes to wrap anything in for Christmas and had to buy boxes. The box cycle is a savage and heartless one. Lumpy Christmas presents are more fun. Things that never gonna happen. You need those boxes. Rocks. I have a rock collection, precious stones, fossils and other cool minerals. When I tell you my room shines purple because of all my amethyst clusters and points, I mean it. Minerals. They are minerals, Marie. As soon as I saw rocks I fully expected this comment. Hank. Steam games. Same. 80% of which I've never played. I discovered that you can make a dynamic collection that holds only the games you never played. It's been much easier to take that number down to 79% with it. How? Records, about 2,000 of them. Back in the 1980s all my friends gave me their records when they bought CDs. Many people would kill for a good vinyl collection these days. Edit. Aw, thanks for the award, good vinyl loving PPL of Reddit. Yes, kill. What state and town are you in up with this 2000 record set? Just curious. Asking for a friend. Books. I'm never moving again. How you can donate them, sell them, and give them away and somehow the shelves never get more space. Preach. On a lark I put a bid on the European history section of a library in a university that was shutting down. Somehow, I won. I got rid of 2/3 of them since you only need, say, 2 books at most about the Crimean War. I still have hundreds and hundreds. Here's the rub though, I write history and I teach history. They've been a godsend when I'm up in the middle of the night, can't figure out how to connect Fenianism into the American Civil War through a European perspective, and then I can start pulling books on the Second Empire. I realize not everyone has that problem, but having way too many books is about the only way to solve it. Edit. I write history, I am not the living incarnation of history. Cables. There is an unwritten law of the universe. If you throw away a cable, you will need it within a month. Similar to the law that you'll always see random objects just laying around until you actually need them. Then they're nowhere to be found. Oh, and if you purchase a replacement, guess what you can suddenly find? That the replacement is the only one out of stock. Salt and pepper shakers. I guess 7 pairs isn't ridiculous for some niche collector, but I am not. But where did they all come from? I have cows, sugar skulls, goats, I don't need to shake that much salt and pepper. My mom used to have a large collection. I'm talking shelves full of those. We'd occasionally swap the boring ones from the table with a fun set, but they were mostly just on display. When I retire, I plan on starting this useless collection hobby. Honestly, the most fun thing you can do is mix and match them on the regular. Nerf darts. PS I don't have any Nerf guns. When I started at my current job, we used to have daily Nerf fights. Most people could throw them further and more accurately than any unmodified gun. Y'all hiring? You don't want the job, trust me. They use Nerf guns as a substitute for time off and a decent salary benefits. Polyhedral dice. Dice goblin is please. No such thing as a ridiculous amount of shiny click-clacks. There you are. I had to scroll too far down for this one. Socks. 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 I got socks for my socks. Are you the sock monster in my dryer? Id how useful this is, but usually when socks get lost, it's not the dryer monster's fault. I guess most of the time they actually get lost in the washer. If you look at your washer, there's a small gap at the top of the wash tub that goes all the way around. When the washer is too full and running, sometimes a little water and a sock gets sloshed out of the tub and fall inside the washer. I haven't tried it yet, but if you can pop open the back of the washer, you'll usually find them there. Plastic bags from the grocery store. I use them for trash bags in the bathroom. I do this too. I save the Walmart bags because they are gray and match the bathroom decor better than the white or brown bags. I call them fashion bags. If you get a lot of them accumulated, you can use them to pad wrap glass and other breakables if you're moving or transporting them for whatever reason. Stringed instruments. 10 guitars, 2 basses, 2 banjos, a mandolin and a few oddballs. The real question is if you own mayonnaise. He said string instruments. I'd say mayo is more of a percussive instrument. Same at my house, my daughters have about 15 stringed instruments between the two oldest. Those wall hangers are great for having them organized. Bionicle sets. They take up a good half of my personal storage space. I miss Bionicle so much. Unfortunately, all the stuff from my childhood is so hard to find, they go for silly money these days. I don't think I'll ever get as invested into a franchise as I was into Bionicle during my childhood. I could pretty much recite the entire lore back then. Toilet paper. We moved during the pandemic, and everyone thought they'd be clever and send us a pack as a housewarming gift. The first couple were helpful and appreciated, the many others that followed were not. We haven't bought toilet paper since May, and we still have 70+ rolls left. We couldn't finish unpacking a few boxes because an entire closet is filled with toilet paper. At least they don't go bad, you'll eventually use them all. I would TP my own house just because I can. That's a power move nowadays. Regrets. Felt that. Same. I was going to post this exact comment over 2 hours ago, now I have even more.